In English, the ing form of a verb can function as a noun. In this instance, it is called gerund. For example, seeing is believing. In Spanish, the ing form aren't used as nouns. Instead, Spanish uses the infinitive, the AR, ER, and IR forms of the verb. For examples, ver es creer, or seeing is believing. Literally, to see is to believe. Nadar es mi pasatiempo favorito, or swimming is my favorite pastime. Spanish also uses the infinitive form of the verb rather than the ing form when using verbs as adjectives. Example, necesito nuevos zapatos de correr. I need new running shoes. Although English describes a future event by using the present progressive tense, Spanish uses the present or future tense. Vendremos mañana. We will be coming tomorrow. Llegamos el domingo. We are arriving on Sunday. The progressive forms of all tenses are formed by using the different tenses of estar with the present participle. In Spanish, the progressive tense is formed by adding ando to the stem of AR verbs and yendo to ER and IR verbs. Drop the AR, ER, and IR and replace them with ando and yendo respectively. Examples: hablar, hablando, comer, comiendo, vivir, viviendo. However, when the ER or IR is preceded by a vowel, the ER or IR is dropped and replaced with yendo. Arguir, arguyendo, caer, cayendo, contraer, contrayendo, corroer, corroyendo, creer, creyendo, decaer, decayendo, desposeer, desposeyendo, distraer, distrayendo. Leer, leyendo, poseer, poseyendo, proveer, proveyendo, recaer, recayendo, roer, royendo, robrecer, robreciendo, sustraer, sustrayendo, traer, trayendo. Afluir, afluyendo, arguir, arguyendo, atribuir, atribuyendo, concluir, concluyendo, confluir, confluyendo, conseguir, consiguiendo, construir, construyendo, contribuir, contribuyendo. Derruir, derruyendo, destituir, destituyendo, destruir, destruyendo, disminuir, disminuyendo, distinguir, distinguiendo, distribuir, distribuyendo, erguir, erguyendo, excluir, excluyendo. Extinguir, extinguiendo, fluir, fluyendo, freír, freyendo, huir, huyendo, incluir, incluyendo, instruir, instruyendo, oír, huyendo. Perseguir, persiguiendo, proseguir, prosiguiendo, prostituir, prostituyendo, recluir, recluyendo, reconstruir, reconstruyendo, rehuir, rehuyendo, reír, reyendo, sonreír, sonriendo. If an ER or IR verb stem ends in ie or nye, drop the ending and add only endo. This is because the ie and nye already made the E sound. Bruñir, bruñendo, bullir, bulliendo, desteñir, desteñendo, engullir, engullendo, gruñir, gruñendo. encurrir, encurrendo, plañir, plañendo, recurrir, recurrendo, reñir, reñendo, teñir, teñendo, tullir, tullendo. Some verbs are transformed to their present participle form by first changing E of the stem to I and second changing O of the stem to U. Only 3 Spanish verbs have irregular present participles: ir, yendo, poder, pudiendo, reír, riendo. The progressive tenses indicate an action as unfinished and as continuing. Progressive tenses also express an action as habitual, or an action being done all the time. Él va a la oficina a las 7 de la mañana. He goes or does go to the office at 7 in the morning every day. The present progressive tense is used to express an action or event that is in progress or that's continuing at a given time. Él está trabajando. He is working. La muchacha continúa leyendo. The girl continues reading. Yo salgo sonriendo. I leave smiling. Su humor va cambiando. Your mood is changing. Ellos andan hablando. They walk while speaking. ¿Por qué sigues interrumpiendo a los demás? Why do you continue interrupting others? Spanish present participle is called un participio de presente and, as in English, is derived from a verb. Example, the verb hablar, to speak. Yo estoy hablando. Tú estás hablando. Él o ella está hablando. Usted está hablando. Nosotros estamos hablando. Vosotros estáis hablando. Ellos o ellas están hablando. Ustedes están hablando. As was stated in the previous lesson on direct and indirect pronouns, these pronouns take 2 placements vis-a-vis the conjugated verb. First, the short form. When a verb in the present progressive takes an object or objects, the object or objects are attached directly to the present participle. When there are 2 objects, remember the RID rule: reflexive, indirect, direct. This is the only order in which object pronouns can appear. When the short form is used, take note of the accent on the progressive form of the verb. Estoy mirándolo. I am watching it. So here, the direct object is attached to the progressive form of the verb mirando, and lo, the direct object. So it becomes one word, mirándolo. Estamos discutiéndolo. We are discussing it. Estás escribiéndole. you are writing to him. Estáis cantándonos, you are all singing to us. Él está duchándose, he is taking a shower. Ellos están cepillándose los dientes, they are brushing their teeth. Estamos comprándola, we are buying it. Ella está comprándoselo, she's buying it for herself. Take note that here you got the reflexive pronoun se and the direct object lo, both attached to the progressive tense, comprando. Ellos están haciéndomelos, they are making them for me. So here you notice there are both the indirect and direct object attached to the progressive form of the verb haciendo. Me is the indirect object and los the direct object. In second, the long form, here the direct object is placed before the conjugated estar and the present participle is not exempted. Example, lo estoy mirando, I am watching it. Lo estamos discutiendo, we are discussing it. Le estás escribiendo, you are writing to him. Nos estáis cantando, you are all singing to us. Él se está duchando, he is taking a shower. Ellos se están cepillando los dientes, they are brushing their teeth. La estamos comprando, we are buying it. Ella se lo está comprando, she is buying it for herself. Ellos me los están haciendo, they are making them for me. A Spanish present participle can be used in the following ways. First, as an adverb to modify an action of another verb in the same sentence. Gasté todo mi dinero comprando monedas raras. I spent all my money buying rare coins. Viajando por Europa, vimos muchos sitios hermosos. While traveling through Europe, we saw many beautiful places. Second, to express continuous or ongoing action when used with verbs such as andar, ir, and seguir. Anda buscando su carro. He is walking around looking for his car. Vas mejorando todos los días. You're gradually improving every day. Juan sigue trabajando allí. Juan keeps working here. Third, in an adjective clause to describe noun mentioned in the same sentence. Example, el hombre quien está hablando es muy famoso. The man who is talking is very famous. 4. To form the present progressive tense when used with a present tense conjugation of the verb estar. This tense describes an action that is ongoing at the present time. Example, ella está bailando. She is dancing. Ellos están explicando los verbos. They're explaining the verbs. 5. The present progressive is used to denote the state or condition of the subject. Examples, canta bailando. He sings while dancing. Los dejó durmiendo. I left them sleeping. Él lo dijo riendo. He said so laughing. 6. It is also frequently used instead of the following words: mientras, cuando, desde, si, and aunque. Estando escribiéndole o mientras le escribía a usted, sino él a verme. While I was writing to you, he came to see me. Habiendo concluido or cuando concluí mi trabajo fui a dar un paseo. Having finished my work, I went to take a walk. Enseñando o mientras se enseña, se aprende. One learns by teaching. At 7, it is also used sometimes with the preposition en. Notice that the present progressive with or without en may receive an indefinite personal subject. En llegando a España escribiré. I shall write on my arrival in Spain. Y en diciendo esto, picó a su caballo Rocinante. Other uses of present participle as gerund are: first, the gerund can be used to indicate the means by which something is done. In such cases, it is often the equivalent of the English by ing form or if you. Examples: escuchando bien aprendes mucho. By listening carefully, you learn a lot. Or if you listen carefully, you learn a lot. Vas a emborracharte bebiendo tanto vino. You are going to get drunk by drinking so much wine. Or you are going to get drunk if you drink so much wine. And second, it can also be used to indicate the reason for something. Siendo muy joven no va a conseguir el puesto. Because he's very young, he won't get the job. Estando en Madrid, voy a visitar el Museo del Prado. Since I am in Madrid, I'm going to visit the Prado Museum. Take note that unlike the English ing, the gerund cannot be used to describe nouns. Therefore, phrases like a man carrying a suitcase should be translated as a man who is carrying a suitcase. Un hombre que lleva una maleta. A man carrying a suitcase. Una bolsa que contiene 1,000 euros. A bag containing 1,000 euros.